Attention, Premier League fans, you won't want to miss this. We're diving into the heart of English football with a twist. Today we've got something special lined up for you. Ever wondered what an AI thinks about your favorite Premier League team? Well, wonder no more. Sit back, relax, and get ready for some laughs as we let an AI roast every Premier League club. Trust me, you're in for a treat. I got an AI to roast every Premier League team. Buckle up, starting with Arsenal. The Gunners, a team with a rich history and a passionate fan base. But let's see what our AI has to say about them. The Gunners, more like the snoozers with that defense. They're so generous with points, you'd think they were running a charity. It's like they're handing out gifts every match day. Remember that time they were leading 4-0 and still managed to draw? Classic Arsenal. And their fans, bless them, always hopeful, always dreaming of the glory days. But hey, at least they have a beautiful stadium, right? Chelsea. The Blues, they splashed the cash, but their strikers couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. And it's like buying a Ferrari and then entering it in a soapbox derby. They've got the money, the players, the facilities, but sometimes it feels like they're missing the magic touch. Remember when they spent millions on a striker who couldn't find the net? The joys of being a Chelsea fan. Manchester United, the Red Devils, more like the Red Drama Queens. They've had more managers in the last decade than I've had hot dinners. It's like a revolving door at Old Trafford. One minute they're up, the next they're down, and the fans always divided, always debating. Is it the manager's fault, the players, the board? The drama never ends, but hey, at least they've got history on their side. Liverpool, the Reds. They walk alone all right, especially when trying to defend a lead in the last 10 minutes. It's like they have a phobia of holding on to a lead. Remember that time they were leading 3-0 and ended up drawing? Classic Liverpool. But when they're on form, they're unstoppable. The fans, the atmosphere at Anfield, it's something special. But those last 10 minutes, they're a killer. Tottenham, Spurs fans, you must really love roller coasters. Up, down, loop-de-loop, and in the end, you're back where you started. Trophyless. It's like a never-ending ride of hope and despair. One minute they're challenging for the title, the next they're struggling for a top 4 finish. And the fans, always hopeful, always dreaming of that elusive trophy. But hey, at least they've got a shiny new stadium. Man City, the citizens, they spend like there's no tomorrow. If only they could buy some Champions League luck. It's like they've got all the money in the world but can't quite crack Europe. Remember that time they were favourites to win it all and got knocked out in the quarters? Classic City. But in the league, they're a force to be reckoned with. The fans, the atmosphere at the Etihad, it's electric. Newcastle, the Magpies, they're like a roller coaster that never quite reaches the top. Always promising. But the trophy cabinet is still gathering dust. It's like they're always on the brink of something special, but never quite get there. Remember that time they almost made it to the top 4? So close, yet so far. But the fans, the fans, they're something else. Loyal, passionate, always behind their team. West Ham, the Hammers, they're great at building suspense, but not so much at building a winning streak. It's like they're allergic to consistency. One minute they're beating the top teams, the next they're losing to relegation candidates. Remember that time they were in the top 4 and then went on a losing streak? Classic West Ham. But the fans, they're always singing, always hopeful. Leicester, the Foxes, they pulled off a miracle once, but now they're back to being the underdogs. It's like they used up all their magic in one season. Remember that time they won the league against all odds? It was a fairy tale. But now they're back to reality. The fans, they'll always have that magical season to look back on. Everton, the Toffees. They're like that friend who always promises to show up but never quite makes it. Always on the verge of breaking into the top 6, but something always goes wrong. Remember that time they were so close to European football and then fell apart? Classic Everton. But the fans, they're loyal, they're passionate, and they never give up hope. Aston Villa, the villains. They've got history, they've got tradition, but sometimes it feels like they're living in the past. One minute they're giant killers, the next they're fighting relegation. Remember that time they beat the champions and then lost to a bottom table team? Classic Villa. But the fans, they're always there, always believing. Crystal Palace, the Eagles. They soar high one week and crash the next. It's like they're allergic to consistency. One minute they're beating the top teams, the next they're losing to relegation candidates. Remember that time they stunned everyone with a big win and then couldn't follow it up? Classic Palace. But the fans, they're always singing, always hopeful. Brighton, the Seagulls. They're like that underdog story that never quite gets written, always showing promise but never quite delivering it. Remember that time they almost made it to the top half of the table? So close yet so far, but the fans, they're always there. Always cheering, always hopeful. Burnley, the Clarets, they're like that old reliable car that just keeps chugging along. Not flashy, not spectacular, but they get the job done. Remember that time they surprised everyone with a top half finish? Classic Burnley. But the fans, they're loyal, they're passionate, and they never give up hope. Southampton, the Saints, they're like that team that always seems to be rebuilding. One minute they're producing top talent, the next they're selling them off. Remember that time they were flying high and then sold half their squad? Classic Southampton, but the fans, they're always there, always believing, and that's a wrap. If your team survived, congratulations. If not, well, there's always next season. Football is a game of highs and lows, and that's what makes it so special. The passion, the drama, the unexpected twists and turns. It's what keeps us coming back for more. So whether your team is flying high or struggling at the bottom, remember it's all part of the beautiful game. Like, subscribe, and let us know which roast was your favorite in the comments. We love hearing from you, the fans. Your passion, your opinions, they're what make this community so special. So don't be shy, drop a comment, share a laugh, and let's keep the conversation going. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun content. And remember, the beautiful game is all about passion, drama, and a bit of humor. See you next time, football fans. Keep supporting your teams, keep the banter alive, and most importantly, keep enjoying the game. Football is more than just a sport, it's a way of life. Until next time, take care and keep the football spirit alive.